Well, I'm making my way back home because jazz band rehearsal got canceled. Unfortunately. I'm so looking forward to it today, man. What a shame. Oh well, hopefully next week. But anyways, aside from all that, I've been finding myself watching a lot of MasterChef recently. MasterChef US, to be more specific. You know, the one with Gordon Ramsay, Grant, and that bald guy. What's his name? Joe Bastianich. That guy. I'm just getting straight to the point. I hate Joe Bastianich. I hate him. Like, I can't understand why he's even on the show as a judge. Because, for one, he's not even a chef. He has zero culinary experience, and overall, he has zero knowledge of food. He's just a restaurant owner. That's it. I mean, he comes from a family of chefs, or I think his mom is, I don't know. I've only seen his mom, and she's a chef. I don't know if it's just her or not, but there's that. But he's not a chef. So I really don't know why he's even a judge on the show. And going from there, he's not even a good judge. Like he's so stupid. Like, the things he does as a judge, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, because if you notice, it's usually Gordon Ramsay or Grant that judges the contestants' food first. And then Joe Bastianich goes second. That to me just says that, like, he doesn't know anything. And he's just trying to build his opinion off of what Gordon Ramsay or Grant have to say about the contestants' food. So, like, if Gordon Ramsay or Grant says, "Oh wow, the food is good, and I like this and that about it, and all that, blah blah blah," like he'll chime in afterwards, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I like that food. It's good. Yeah, oh wow, it's so great. I like this and that. You know, it's totally not. I'm not just restating what Gordon Ramsay or Grant just said. No, I'm giving my own opinion, of course, totally." Or if Gordon Ramsay or Grant didn't like the food, you know, he'll chime in, and he'll not only will he just shit on the food, he'll just shit on the person as well. And it's so stupid. Like, I just don't like how he takes things personal over food. Like Joe, it's not that deep, man. Alright? Just critique the food, and that's it. And I think the reason why he's just being a douchebag is because he's trying to be like Gordon Ramsay. Like, he thinks being a douchebag is like he's a wannabe Gordon Ramsay, and that's how he tries to copy him by just being a douchebag when he's just when that's not really the case. See, the thing about Gordon Ramsay, it's all about tough love. All right, he's harsh, but he actually gives you criticism from it. And of course, Grant is probably the nicest judge on there. Like, he'll critique the food, and he'll do it in a civil manner. Maybe it'll hurt, but it usually doesn't. And then Joe has none of that. Like, and what's even worse is Joe has the table manners of a fucking 5-year-old girl. Alright? It's like he's some 5-year-old girl trapped inside a grown man's body. Or you know what? Let me add something. A spoiled 5-year-old girl trapped in a grown-ass man's body. There. I think that makes more sense. Like, he'll just like it's 50-50 on whether he eats the food or not. Hold on, I'm on a 4-way stop, so alright, we're good. But yeah, it's 50-50. Like, he'll either throw the food away without eating it and just saying like, and saying something like, oh, it's shit, and that's the reason why your parents left you. Or he'll eat it and he'll spit it out, or something like that. And then the same thing. Like, he just says it sucks and you should go kill yourself. That's all he says whenever he's critiquing someone's food. And he usually does that when he's the first to go to judge a contestant's dish. God. Then again, he comes from a rich family who, as I mentioned, are chefs. So overall, Joe is just a spoiled rich kid. Okay? Like, that's what he is. He's some spoiled rich kid who thinks he's the king of the world or something. That's it. He's nothing special. And as a matter of fact, like, I've seen online that, like, Joe is just a shitty person in general. Like, it's not just on the show, it's just everywhere. Like, in his entire life. Like, he just knows how to get people to just fucking hate him as a person. Like, he's a fat snob. His personality stinks. Overall, I just can't understand how he's in MasterChef as a judge, knowing all of that. Oh man, red lights suck. Hate red lights. Sorry, I'm off topic. But yeah, Joe BASTIANICH. Fuck that guy. Let's see, what else? You know what I remember, to be more specific? So there was one season where one of the contestants was blind. And I remember in one episode, I don't remember what episode it was, but there was one part where Gordon Ramsay was talking about the blind contestant, and her name was Christine. I think her name was Christine. I don't know. Christine, I don't know. But yeah, Gordon was making a comment about her. I don't know if he was like worried about her or if he was like in shock of her skills. But like, I think he was talking about, oh yeah, I would definitely hire her for this and that or something like that. And then Joe chimed in. He was like, oh well, I would hire her as coat check in my restaurant or something like that. And Gordon Ramsay was just not having it. He was so upset about that comment. He was like, why would you say that? That's not nice. And see, as I mentioned, not Joe. Fuck Joe. Gordon Ramsay has compassion. Okay? Like I said, it's just tough love for Gordon Ramsay. And Joe is just a vile piece of shit. Okay? Joe BASTIANICH is a vile piece of shit who should go shove a cactus up his ass and also his mouth and die. Alright? You just go eat a dick with thorns in it and die. I hate Joe BASTIANICH. Fuck him. let's see. What else is there about him that I hate? What else can I hate him for? Joe Bastianich can be a dick. Frankly, dick. But yeah, overall, he's not even funny either. Like, sometimes Gordon Ramsay will be funny. Grant is just a chill guy. But we all know that we all love Gordon Ramsay. And part of it is because of the way he rages and stuff and whatnot. That's part of it. The other part of it is just because, like, obviously he's a good cook and he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Joe, on the other hand, has nothing. Alright? Like, he's got nothing. And I think, you know what? You know how I said, like, I think, alright. I'll admit. Alright? I'll calm down. I have seen him cook once. And that was in MasterChef Junior. I remember he cooked a risotto. And he was like explaining to the kids like the process of what he's doing, why and how, and all that stuff. Like, that's probably the only time I've seen him cook in terms of MasterChef. And it's even funnier because it's MasterChef Junior. And he knows that, like, he can get away with it because they're kids. Like, they're naive. They don't know much. So yes, obviously he's going to be able to get away with it. Like, all they did in that one episode was he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm cooking a risotto. I'm cooking a risotto." And that's it. Obviously, on real MasterChef with adult contestants, yeah, he wouldn't get away with that, and that's why he backs down. But in MasterChef Junior, with young contestants that are mostly elementary and middle schoolers, maybe middle schoolers, I don't know. Yeah, obviously he can get away with it. Like, he just does whatever he wants. It's like you know what I mean? Because he knows that they're not going to call him out on his bullshit. Surprisingly. I'm not going to go to my eyes. But I don't know. I just find it funny that I noticed that. It's so stupid. I really hope that he just gets kicked out of that show and someone else replaces him. You know who should replace him? His mom. Like, I remember there was one... Okay, I'll admit, I've mostly watched MasterChef on YouTube. I never actually watched, like, the series of the season. So I remember watching one video of MasterChef on YouTube where his mom, who's a chef, came into the show and judged the contestants and their dishes. And she was like the sweetest person ever. And there's this one guy who felt a bit nervous, or well, I guess he felt pretty proud of what he did, and she was just super nice about her critiques. She was just like, well, so you're supposed to cook it like this, but you ended up cooking it a little bit like this, which doesn't really meet that standard. You need to, and she told him, like, oh yeah, she just needs to kind of like get some more knowledge, blah 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 blah, some fairly decent criticism. And yeah, the guy was disappointed. Yeah, it's understandable. It sucks. You were so, it sucks when you work so hard on something, you feel so proud of it, only to realize that people think it's dog shit. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, overall, he was just disappointed. Like, nothing wrong with being disappointed. Like, it happens all the time to everyone. And then Joe barges in after his mom is done giving the criticism necessary, and he's just like, dude, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, she's been nice to you, dude, and you're being an ass, like, what, for no reason. Like, you think you're the shit and all, but really, man, you're just a delusional narcissist. I don't know, man. I think Joe was projecting on there. Because let's be honest, Joe himself is a delusional narcissist. Like, for him to be on that show in general, knowing he has zero culinary experience and zero knowledge of food, as mentioned before, yeah, obviously he's a stupid narcissist. Overall, it all just branched from his rich parents. Like, he's basically a spoiled rich kid, and that's where it all came from. Oh my gosh. It's getting hot in here. I'm heating up. I hate Joe Bastianich. But yeah, it's funny how his mom is like the sweetest person to just exist in the world. Well, or one of the sweetest people to exist in the world. And Joe just turned out to be a fucking douchebag. Like, how did that happen? No idea. Like, how did Joe become a thing in general? In the culinary world, or the cooking world, I guess? I don't know. As mentioned earlier, he's just a stupid, spoiled rich kid. And that's all he has in terms of his actual skills. Just a stupid, spoiled rich kid. Joe Bastianich is a big old piece of shit. He's nothing but a Gordon Ramsay wannabe who fails miserably at trying to be another Gordon Ramsay. And overall, he's bald. Like he makes Mr. Clean feel bad about being like. Alright, I'm just kidding about him being bald. I don't really, that never really I never really cared about that. But overall, he just sucks as a person. He's terrible. He's just a terrible person in general. Like, I've heard online, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I've heard online that outside of MasterChef, he's just a complete douchebag. He treats people like shit. Like, he treats them like they're servants and whatnot. Zero respect. Just bosses people around because he thinks he's the king of the world or some shit like that. And it's so stupid. Again, it's the whole spoiled little rich kid thing. That's why he's like that. Fucking douchebag. His money is probably the reason why he's on MasterChef. Like, he's probably paying to stay in there. And that's why he's on there. Vile piece of shit. He's a dick. He just bashes people for no reason. He just, I hate it. shouldn't be a judge. He's just a terrible judge overall. He hides behind Gordon Ramsay and Grant by basing his opinions solely off of what they say about the food. He puts people down for no reason. He's just a waste of time. As a matter of fact, every time Joe opens his mouth, I skip. Like, I skip every part when Joe opens his mouth. Because all I know is it's just a waste of time, and I'd rather bang my head on the wall than hearing what Joe Bastianich has to say about whatever bullshit comes across his way. I hate him. Does he have a wife? I really hope he doesn't have a wife. And if he does, I hope she divorces him and takes all of his money. Because, I mean, he's rich, so it could happen. You never know. Well, I'm almost home, so I might have to end this video soon. This video is probably longer than most of my car talk videos when I was driving to the gym. Man, I suck at talking in front of a camera. But yeah, I've said it a million times. I'm gonna say it again. Fuck Joe Bastianich. All right. He should shove a prickly dick up his ass and then rub it back and forth so that the thorns stick on his ass and they hurt like hell. And then when he shits, it hurts like hell. Oh. And it's good because when I'm thinking about it now, it hurts. It feels painful. And that's good. He should feel a lot of pain. Alright? And you know what else he should do? He should eat a dick. Alright? Eat a fat dick and then die. Alright? Because he's a vile human being. He does not deserve to have any kind of platform or anything in general because he's a piece of shit, doesn't know how to treat people with respect, and should just fuck off. He has no talent. He's not even smart. He's just got nothing going for him in life, and is just using his parents' wealth to just thrive and just be a person, I guess. I don't know. I hope they take him off MasterChef, and then he just fucks off. Fuck you, Joe Bastianich. Alright. That's the end of my rant. I'm gonna call it a day. See ya.